Hello everyone, I have another Christmas journal to share today. This one is made from something similar to a cereal box, and it was just extra packaging that I had. On the cover I have scrapbook paper here that I've embellished with some red glittery stickles and some trim here. It has two signatures, which is stitched in with, I believe, 7-hole pamphlet stitch. This beautiful trim here had this spot where I could lace a ribbon through, so I laced this velvety red ribbon through it, and then the back and something sticking to it that doesn't belong. And you may hear my clock in the background chiming. So this is another piece from the same paper pad that I thought coordinated well, this scrapbook paper. And I've inked it up with some vintage photo distress ink, and that paper pad that I got that from these pages from is All Is Calm. It's a Recollections 12x12 paper pad. So moving that aside, the closure is some hand-dyed seam binding and eyelets. I've tied in a little bow here. See if I can untie it, huh? There we go. And I used some stain, what is that stuff? Here it is. I used mostly some of this Distress Stain, Tim Holtz Lucky Clover, but I think I also sprayed it a bit with some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. This is Moneybags, is the name of that one. And I may have thrown in some brownish, but it doesn't appear that I did. I think I just did those two greens to make that. Okay, going inside here. On the inside, I've decoupaged on this polka dot craft paper. Now this is a Bow Bunny craft paper, and it came from a 2-pack that had the dots and newsprint, and I showed you in another video of my other Christmas journal, there's this newsprint craft paper that I made bags out of, because I don't have any of those newsprint bags that are so cute in journals. This was a scrap of some music paper that I printed out, and I used that for a pocket here, and then this big tag here, I just made it nice and big because it's a snug pocket. It doesn't work well when you're holding it up like that. And grabbing the 6x6 pad here that tag came out of. Home for Christmas paper pad. I think it's Pebbles is the maker, but yeah, Pebbles. I don't know if I've ever heard of it, but they make a really cute 6x6 Christmassy pad. Here's a doily. This paper, I don't remember where that came from. So, something's falling over there. I've made this banner tuck here with some trim and a scrap from the 6x6 pad and some music paper. This is from, I think it's from the All Is Calm 12x12 pad. It's just one-sided scrapbook paper, so they're white blank on the other side. This beautiful paper came from a 12x12 Deck the Halls Green Swirl, not squirrel. Did I say squirrel? That's funny. Yeah, this is a double-sided paper that I just had the one sheet. I think I picked it up at a scrapbook store back when we had a scrapbook store. Here's a rub-on coffee-dyed paper. This is a printable vintage music sheet, and I think I got that from the Graphics Fairy. Tracing paper, and I've done some stenciling throughout here. This is a little poinsettia on the tracing paper. Here is a tuck spot made from a coffee-dyed doily and some scrap papers. Then this is another piece of that swirl. Green swirl, not squirrel. Silly me. I do like squirrels though, so there's a scrap from the 6x6 Pebbles pad. Makes a nice little journaling spot. This was some random Christmas paper that I had in my stash. Some grid paper that's coffee dyed. More of the green swirl. This would make a great photo mat, or whatever you want to put. Again, I think that's another scrap Christmas paper I had. This, I believe, is a Bow Bunny dot paper. They're beautiful cardstock there. And some coffee dyed paper. Another, well, not another, but I've done this in other journals of this reindeer that's from Cricut, Create a Critter, or one of those cartridges. Another scrap with some fibers and ribbon at the top. And here's my embellished paper clip here, and it's holding down this flip out. Oh, nope, there wasn't anything on the other side. So I am going to put this back on real quick. I did a cute little bow on the top, and that's that pom-pom trim. And I think, yeah, I think I put a little bit of tacky glue just so that bow, because that was hard to do, that bow, and so it wouldn't go anywhere. Then we have a glassine bag in the center with, you can't really see that, can you? Another one of those all is calm scrapbook journaling spots. And in the center, I have done these tiny little circles, making them look like little ornaments, I hope. This trim I had, it's kind of like, it's adhesive glitter trim, I guess. Here's another one of those, blank on the other side. This paper is like certificate paper that you would print out an award on, and I just like it in here. This was some stenciling I did, but in the stencil it had like presents down here, and I just thought it needed some definition, so I used a paint pen to give it a little trunk and outline the green part. And then here, oh, what happened there? This doesn't seem to be functioning super well. So this little embellishment here was supposed to be holding my tree down, and that is from this set of Oriental Trading Company Christmas embellishments they have. And theoretically, when you move that, then this flips out. Can I get all those in there? It's more of a journaling spot because I used like, oh, and I also hand dyed the printer paper, but I should have used a thicker paper or a heavier weight. I didn't want it too heavy, but obviously I went a little too thin there. I would have liked it a little sturdier, but it's cute. I just don't think it can hold more than writing. So here is some more grid paper and another stencil that I have embellished with some paint pen. Another little tuck spot with tickets. This is from the 6x6 Pebbles pad. Ledger paper. This is a music flashcard. Vintage, looks like, since the copyright. The soonest one was 1984. And I spray dyed it and coffee dyed it. Tracing paper, music paper, some photorealistic stickers. I'm not sure where my little packaging for that went. And here is a cute little hidden journaling or photo spot that I've made it look like a present here. I did that on a Christmas card a long time ago, and I just love it for journals. It's cute, it's interactive. So doily, doily. Here is an upper tuck spot, and I've just put some of this Bow Bunny dot paper in there. Then we have some more stenciling, another ticket tuck spot. And this here, cute paper from the Pebbles pad. And for some reason that doesn't want to let me put it back. More ledger paper. Here's a little bit of stenciling you can see on that tracing paper. And one of my favorite places is this little collage of vintage Christmas stamps. I got these from the thrift store. Found them once. And there's a bunch of them actually, but those are the ones I didn't use, and so I've just collaged them here. And then these little papers are all from the 6x6 Pebbles pad, which is hanging just out of frame here. But they've got such cute little ones, like a little envelope, and then the Dear Santa one. Looks like a little paper. Then up here, it's the most wonderful time of the year with an embellished paper clip there. And some more stenciling there. This is blank on this side. Another one that's blank on this side, and this is another doily tuck spot, and these I punched or actually cut out of a scrapbook paper. Oh, I don't remember where that one was from. Here is also from the Pebbles pad, just an offcut. Made a nice long tag there. In the center of this signature, I have doubled up this paper to make a tag looking tuck pocket spot. So each top here is open with a little spot for something. I've inked up the back of this one so it doesn't look so glaring white. I think, yeah, I inked up the back of that one too because they stick out on the side. And again, in the center I've done my little ornament balls. And some photorealistic stickers here to embellish that a bit. On this side, I have the pillow pocket that I've just, it's dimensional if you fold these under. That's how it's intended to be used, but I've just trimmed that off and glued that shut, and then I use this top part as a little tuck spot. And there's a cute little offcut from the 6x6 paper pad I have. A little more stenciling here. Another lovely banner tuck spot with scraps, and then on this paper from the 6x6 pad, I just topped it with a little bit of tree ribbon, and on this side was some tree strip cut off from this paper back here. Some more, you see the little gingerbread man on the tracing paper. Here is a little envelope I made, and then I used this sticker to close it, and on the top half, I didn't put anything in there, but that's okay. Here, I went to the trouble of opening it with one hand. So on the top half, put a little baby powder to take the stick away, and then on the bottom, I added a little tacky glue just to give it extra sticking power. And this is an offcut from the paper pad with some of that hand-dyed seam binding, topping it. And these, yeah, you can see right here, these holes, the hole up there is actually part of, I'm out of frame, is part of the pad here. So this extra little bit is perforated, but I kind of like how that looks on some of them. So on some of them, I've left them and I just use it to tie some ribbon on. Some ledger paper, some more stenciling, and my favorite, the stamps. Yeah, okay, there's two favorites, but this I think is my favorite, and it was my own little creation. I used a stencil that I made from a Cricut cut and put some texture paste through it. This time I used Ranger texture paste. And I colored it with some fired brick and a little bit of gathered twigs. And then put it through the stencil, let it dry. Then I cut this scrap of wood grain scrapbook paper to look like a mantle. And I cut out this little stocking shape and added those trim on it. And then I thought this would be just perfect under there from the pad. It's a little tuck spot. Love, love, love how that turned out. Could do it over and over and over again. And then here's another scrap paper tucked up in there. And finally, the back page, I have some more music paper to make a pocket, and inside, just a scrap that, boom, boom, I've put some, this paper was underneath my spraying area, so it actually was. Yeah, I don't remember how it got these drips on it, but I thought, I don't like it just like that, so I stuck it under all the stuff I've been spraying, and now I'm using it. Just needed a little more. So that is it for this one. And these are going to the craft fair, so I had to finish them so quickly. I hope you enjoyed taking a look. Now, by the time this video posts, the craft fair will be over, so, because I'm videoing it so that I can take it. So the craft fair is tomorrow, but I'm not going to have time to upload it because I've got so many more things to do before then. So, yeah, you'll be seeing it when this is gone, but it's got a lot of great ideas in there, and I hope it inspires you. Have a wonderful day. Bye!